Man, what you know about 2 Chainz? What you know about Lil Wayne? Well, they got a new track called Presha I'm eager to check out.
Lil Wayne's actually been doing really well. Like, I mean, we've heard some tracks from him recently. You know, people thought he just completely fell off, but I think he's kind of re-emerging, and people love Wayne. 2 Chainz.
I'm curious to see what's up with 2 Chainz, because 2 Chainz' last album was a flop in my opinion.
He's been pretty quiet. He hasn't been doing any features. He used to be everywhere, but he has a lot of money and a lot of success. Yeah. Maybe he doesn't care about that.
I like 2 Chainz when he's doing his features. He sounds dope, so I'm very excited.
2 Chainz and Lil Wayne have been a good formula. So are they 2 just old guys trying to rekindle that flame, or is this actually fire?
Okay, first thing I'm going to say is I do like this beat. This beat is nice. It's got that West Coast whistle in it. It's got this like high definition graphics, like rap for.
I do like this. This is a pretty good lyrics video for sure.
A hybrid. I mean, I like the slant rhyme there. Yeah. That was nice. Pile up with a hybrid.
Yeah, I ain't mad at this.
No. This is nice. Got 2 Chainz. That's a little steampunk imagery here. That's fascinating. Clocks over a girl's titties. I have not seen that before.
Yes.
Lil Wayne coming through, bringing it. I don't hear Lil Wayne rap this fast usually. That's interesting. They both got extra sisters.
Hey man, so far I like this joint.
Yeah, I do like it.
Listen to this again.
I'm liking this a lot.
I would have liked the longer Wayne verse, but
yeah, I'll replay this definitely. I would definitely listen to this a bunch of times.
Our criticism of 2 Chainz recently is he's trying to sound too modern. He was on too many tracks with younger artists trying to fit in.
It was a style clash, and he didn't seem to match with his best material either. But with another halftime rhymer like Lil Wayne, who strangely enough was not rhyming halftime but going fast, despite that you would.
But I like that. It was some contrast there.
Yeah, you would think that Lil Wayne would go halftime with 2 Chainz because it would match the style, but instead he flipped it up, gave a fast rap, which is not something you hear very often. I like this. This is very interesting how they've done it. Instead of doing a music video, done a lyric video.
Yeah.
This music video is off of 2 Chainz' official YouTube channel. So this is from him. It's not a fan video.
Yeah.
But they've spent the time to hire a graphic designer to do these really interesting transitions for the lyrics.
Yeah, I think it was really good. And, it's weird because nowadays they're talking about how music videos, they're like hit or miss, right? Like you could put $1 million into a music video. I'm sure they got the budget, but it probably was cheaper for them to make this and then see if the song blows up. If the song blows up, they might make an actual video to it, right? So I thought it was a cool track.
I did too.
Two older acts, but they brought the flavor that I'm used to with Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, and I like that.
Agreed. I'd like to see what's going to come up next with Lil Wayne. I want to see a Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar album, because I want to see Kendrick go back to being a little more gully. I want to see some old school Kendrick come back. None of this new school, I'm in my emotions Kendrick. And I think Lil Wayne could bring that out.
When people rap with Lil Wayne, they can't bring their B game.
No.
You got to bring your A, because Wayne does take rapping seriously.
He pushes
and I like that about the way that the rap game used to be. It used to be about trying to be the hardest MC. Even Drake was like that for a certain period of time. So any artist that's out here like, oh, I don't care about rapping, I don't think it's that important. It's like, okay, sure, but you probably won't become a legacy act with that attitude.
And you don't want to get on a track of Lil Wayne and lose a chance to showcase your abilities, you know? Coming up next, we got Pepper with unlikely collaborators Skrillex and Lil Baby, in addition to Flowdan.
2 Chainz and Lil Wayne was like a formula. So I'm not shocked that song was good. This one, I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna try not to overthink what I'm expecting. I don't know if I'm gonna like this already, just based on, like, they're gonna have to really prove to me that this is gonna be a good song.
I'm very curious because Lil Baby is not of the typical artists that Skrillex has collaborated with when it comes to hip hop.
Yes.
And so I'm very curious to see how he's gonna mix those styles together. And you know what this probably happened is that Lil Baby or Skrillex probably hit the other one up.
Yeah.
And I'm
They're
very
2 really big artists, so it makes sense.
I'm curious who hit who up first.
Yeah.
Was it Skrillex?
Was it Flowdan? We don't know who Flowdan is.
I don't know who the fuck that dude is. Right. Let's peep it out.
Oh wow.
Fucking eagle
This
flying.
reminds me of like gorillas.
A GoPro camera on an eagle opening up the music video.
Then into a boxer with a
With a
This
cheetah.
dude's like working out with wild
in a
animals
cave
and
with a
shit.
cheetah.
Yeah, oh, that's a jaguar, I think. And so this is a UK rapper, this Flowdan guy. You know, I know you love the UK rap,
I don't fuck with that grime shit.
but this is like
Okay, so Lil Baby starting it up with his signature auto-tune flow.
his deep voice is kind of cool though.
I do like his voice. Oh, this is nice.
Like MMA montages,
Okay.
boxing and shit.
I like what I'm seeing so far. We got the boxing, the martial arts. We got Skrillex on the beat right now doing some record skips. I like it. Now we got Flowdan coming through, running into a storm, a monsoon in the desert. Bring TNT for the migrants. Wow. Boxing underwater. Oh, that's dope. Lil Baby's boxing underwater. Yeah, this is dope as fuck. Here's Skrillex coming through, remixing the beat while playing the beat. Probably got a CD turntable right there. Boxing in a Arizona desert.
Yeah, punching rocks.
Punching rocks with lines on fire, ropes on fire. You know those ropes are meant to help perfect your bob and weave.
They're using actual real MMA stars and real boxers here throughout that video, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, so this is what I would say. I think the song is cool, but I feel like it's less of a Lil Baby track and more of the Flowdan Skrillex track. Like, I feel like they stand out the most on there.
Well, and so what I found was pretty interesting is that it's a straight ripoff of the melody from Fun-Loving Criminals, King of New York. And the melody for that goes la-di-da-di. Flowdan ripped that melody off completely and repurposed it with his deeper voice, and I will say it works. I hope they give a shout out in the credits to Fun Loving Criminals. I would agree with your critique as well. I don't think Lil Baby was very big on there because in the very beginning he starts off the verse, and usually, not always, we've seen this different with some songs, the bigger rapper has the second verse because of the fact that it's the last thing the audience will hear. So the fact that they put Lil Baby first and then Skrillex and the Flowdan guy after on the track.
He has two verses on there, and like I like that Lil Baby's trying something new, right? But totally different than a lot of the stuff that he's made before. I don't know if it's showcasing that he's good at this new thing though, right? Like he's doing something new, but just because you're doing something new doesn't mean it's gonna be good. I think the song overall is cool, and it probably will be successful because of the type of song it is. Like I can hear this being played at the club with the beat. Of course. Like I said, I think Flowdan is actually really cool on this track. Like I think he was a bigger factor on the track than Lil Baby.
I agree. My problem is the audio mixing. So if you listen to the first verses by Lil Baby, the audio mixing is not done well in the sense that the way they've engineered that the beat is fighting for sound space of Lil Baby's vocals. Yeah, it's not distinct or set apart enough. So I think that's the hard part about putting him on this type of beat, right? Like he has such a dynamic kind of more of a singer's type of voice, and a lot of the stuff that he gets on are more like piano ballads, and I think that gives him that room and that space to really hear him. I agree. Whereas this beat, it has so much going on. It's like, you know how when you're producing a track and you could overproduce it, and then now the rapper can't get on there. Right? Well, and that's my critique for this one is the fact that they needed to showcase Lil Baby doing what Lil Baby does, and what they needed to do is have a beat change or a drop out and let him actually shine.
That would have been dope,
and that would have been a lot doper. But overall, I like the track.
Not a bad song.
I'm gonna play it again. It's dope.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's dope. And what do we got coming up next? Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribed, and we'll try our best to reply to your comment.
We got J-Rock and Ab-Soul with Blowfly. We're hoping TDE can make something of their other artists now that Kendrick is gone, but the reality is what TDE was, Black Hippie and all of that, that's pretty much done at this point. So these guys are trying to scramble and make the best of what they still have, because their moment is gone in a way, and a lot of the stuff that they did was when Kendrick was with them.
Of course. I mean,
so I'm interested to hear what the song sounds like. It might be a good song, but they might never get back to that precipice.
I mean,
reach.
J-Rock is a talented rapper. He was on that track on Good Kid, Mad City, Money Trees. That's a dope track. One of my favorite rap tracks of all time. So he's got talent, but I don't think he's done anything since 2018. So let's see what this sounds like.
The lip syncing on this is really bad.
It's terrible lip singing.
I like the camera work where they're kind of going in and out, and it's like it looks real like raw and rugged.
The shit looks like a throwback video.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's way too much effects.
Well, it's kind of boring, to be honest. That's the feeling I get. He has some good punchlines, but it was kind of boring.
But why they got hit? He's so drowned in that phaser and shit. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
That was a terrible chorus.
I would agree.
Like that's J-Rock was killing it, and then Absol
that was the
Absol is dope though. Like he didn't have to do that to himself. Like
no,
the engineer should have been like, nah.
This sounds more like an ad-lib for an outro than a verse.
I see it.
Yeah, the chorus energy does not match the track energy at all.
Nah, I don't like the vocal effect at all.
I'm very confused as to what the storyboarding was for this music video.
And this is a prime example of why TDE is not gonna really do anything, because it's like if their producers and their team are letting them release, this sound like some unfinished garage band back room, like, hey bro, let's just get in the studio and fuck around type shit.
That's exactly what it sounds like. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that track with Kendrick Lamar's cousin. What's his name?
Baby King.
This reminds me of the track they released together. But that was better. Yeah.
Oh, that one was
that
way
was better.
And I feel like they were making fun of Drake in that because they stole his style.
Yeah. I like that one for this style of video.
They were being more silly too. Like,
yes.
I feel like they were trying to be serious.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going for.
And I couldn't really take them serious. They were like playing around. They were being like, he was talking about serious shit. He got the homies pouring out drinks. So I'm like, okay, this is a hood track.
Right.
And then Absol comes in with that weird vocal effect. And then they started like acting all funny and playing around at the end. It's like, I don't know what lane they're in.
So J-Rock's verse has some really nice punchlines in it. And it sets up nuts like cashews, all the stuff. And you're like, oh, you're getting ready for some punchlines, ready for a serious track.
I thought Absol would get a verse too.
Right. What this track reminds me of is many tracks that have great segments but don't work cohesively as a song. And I feel like with more video editing, we could put, even in my studio, I could put together a nice track from this track.
Yes.
Put the best parts together.
I mean, we put together solid tracks. I know y'all out there might not know that we make music, but we have been producers, MCs, engineers, and so we understand this process in a detailed manner. And so we could tell that in this session, and the people that put these ideas together, it looks
unedited almost.
Yeah, it's like it's a fuck around track.
Yeah, they just threw it out there.
Why would I take you seriously as a major artist if that's
you
what
don't take your own video editing seriously for the videos? So it is what it is. I mean, he's got obviously a loyal following. He's built his following.
People fuck with him.
Yeah, I think it's more legacy shit of the stuff he's already built, keeping him going. So he feels like he didn't have to try that hard. I feel like he should have tried harder.
But I think this is where people like, if you talk about like Dre or Diddy or Kanye, they don't get enough credit as producers because they are quintessential in putting together the music. Eminem, to make it sound good. Like whoever's in their production room when that song was made, they were supposed to be like, let's do something a little different. Let's sauce it up like this. Like it sounded like they produced that track.
Well, you know what drives most replays in clubs and in top 10 lists for hip hop tracks is the hook. They spent the least amount of effort on the hook. The hook did not match the energy of the track, did not transition well from any of the verses. So it's kind of like you put your own Achilles heel in that by having a less than great hook. The hook wasn't bad. It was just more mid.
It was mid and it didn't match the song.
No.
It was all psychedelic and it's like I didn't know this was a psychedelic song.
Well, okay, so it's like they try to come up with some kind of old school punchline based verse. Then they try to do like a Kid Cudi chorus. It didn't match. That was a Kid Cudi type chorus. Did not match the verse at all. I could probably have this on in the background, but I'm not gonna actively try to navigate towards that track again.
I'm not playing this again.
No. But the last track we have to review for today is by our perennial favorite, a man who releases tracks like Apple does OS updates. Gucci Mane, the one and only. He got his Must Be Me. I gotta say right away, without even hearing the track, I love the title.
I do as well. And, you know, once again, his success alone comes from his desire to be consistent.
Yeah.
He's not waiting on a release cycle to drop music, even though he does have an album on the way, or it may be out already, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, this man works. Like, he makes videos all the time, he drops songs all the time, he just constantly doing what he's supposed to do as an artist, and I love that, man.
Yeah,
like some people get tired of that, like, man, he's doing too much. It's like you just made
another track by Gucci Mane.
Like, nah, man.
Well, you know what happened when he was in jail? He created like 500 tracks. We're only seeing some of that catalog right now.
Yeah.
So let's check it out. Must Be Me, Gucci Mane, just debuted 5 days ago. It's already trending on trending music on YouTube. Let's peep it out. Could we start off with some cool piano riffs? Got a nice Rick Ross fur jacket. Directed by Joe Young.
Yo.
I love the vocals. Nice women singers in the background. Wow. Iced out shovel. I'm gonna bury all my competitors in hip hop with an iced out shovel. I'm gonna have some bling on the shovel I bury my enemies with. Nice. Nice. If you never took one for the team, you can never be MVP.
Yeah.
Nice. The fucking level. Yeah.
This beat.
Very nice.
Everything.
Love it.
But you can't wonder why he has continued
shovel.
success, right? Because he, like, think about it. The last song we listened to, they was fucking around.
They were fucking around.
Gucci Mane does not fucking around. Like, even if you don't love his music, everything that he does, his image, the way he presents it, his production choice, his lyrics,
his
everything
background
makes
singers,
sense. It all
everyone.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense together. Like,
nah, this is dope as fuck. I'm gonna have
and
to.
it's real talk all the way through.
I'm gonna have to say, out of all the songs we've listened to today, this is my favorite. This is my favorite out of the songs we've listened to today.
You're right. And
out of today,
even though I did like the 2 Chainz Wayne track, it ain't got nothing on it.
No, this is. I would say,
know, it's like I think people just have to give Gucci his flowers, right? Like, everybody thought he was just gonna fucking
he's putting the work
fall
in.
off, go to jail, become another one of those old rappers that messed their lives up
and faded, and MC Hammer.
No,
right?
He is actually continuing to face all types of drama and problems, because, like, he was talking about with his artists, it's like, you know, he's signing these guys that are straight out of the streets, and they choosing to make bad decisions, but then they like, oh, well, it's your fault, Gucci Mane. It's like, no, I'm trying to get these dudes out the streets. I'm not telling them to go do dumb shit. That's just who they are. They just crazy like that. Like,
old habits, trying to recreate old life.
He's trying to set the example for them by being OG, and he's not getting in trouble. So why ain't they following his example? It's because they don't want to.
And we see this theme in the tracks that Gucci Mane has released in this past year, is that he's got a lot of the street wisdom he's trying to pass down and help out. And I love that community building vibe to what he's got. But I would say, just as a hip hop song, it's got nice consistent flow and delivery. He doesn't interrupt the flow with some strange stupid fucking dropout. We looking at you, Drake. Or even the Ab Soul track, right? It doesn't have some weird lack of flow when it comes to transitions between verse and hook. Everything's on point.
The sample that he got was ridiculous. Like,
it's real nice.
I kind of want to go listen to whatever that song is that he was sampling.
Yeah, he was sampling a dope track. I like the sepia tone for the whole video. It's got this,
and he kept it simple
cool
too, right? Like, he didn't have to go to multiple scenes, multiple dress ups.
And as simple as it is, there's a lot of artistry and work when it comes to production. The switch up for the style and the second verse versus the first verse. Yeah. And bar for bar, it explains stuff in his family and his struggle being a label owner for his artists that he produces. It's dope as fuck. So what I want to ask is, out of the songs we reviewed today, which one is your favorite? Do you agree with our critique? What are some new songs coming out that you think we should review instead? Comment below, like and subscribe, and tune in for another episode of From the Jump.